her back. Please welcome Ginette Claudette to the show. Ginette.
Hey, Cam.
Welcome.
That was a nice intro.
Of course. Anything for you. Anything for you. Jeanette,
Aw,
so let's just get to it. Look, let's just get to it. If you guys just tuning in, I'm here with Alpine Music group. It's music group, right? Alpine Music Group. Recording
yes, sir.
artist. Our girl Ginette Claudette. Jeanette, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me again. You've always been a really great support system for me.
I'm in love with the new music, Jeanette, and everyone knows
Hey.
I'm a music snob. So if it ain't good, if it ain't good, but the chat room was just jamming to your song. We played "Criminal" and of course the song "I Could Kill You." That's gonna be my theme
I know, I
song.
just saw it on my Twitter feed.
Look, that's my theme song right now. But last week we played your song "Fade," which is another dope track. First of all, let's just talk about what have you been up to since the last time you were here. You were here with Universal Motown. Now you're here with Alpine Music Group. What has happened since that time?
A lot. It's been a little over 2 years now
Oh
since
yeah.
I was back on. I've been recording. I was initially recording an album that was in a different genre, and throughout that process, I was able to learn myself more as an artist, and I started to kind of realize what kind of music I wanted to make in the process of
Mm-hmm.
working with so many people and so many amazing names in this industry. And I kind of just slowed the wheels down a little bit so that I could really do it right and realized that I wanted to do more of an urban R&B album. So, I mean, it's been the same. I've been just in the studio on lockdown, just recording, learning myself as an artist, working on my project and a couple other projects, and it's been great. Like, I can't complain. It's a blessing to get to wake up and do what I love every day, and I really appreciate knowing myself now more as an artist and being able to put out this EP yesterday and seeing everyone's reaction and knowing that that's the music that I love and they love it, and that just makes me incredibly happy. So it's been good.
And then those of you, if you want to hear our past interview with Jeanette here on the show, just go to youtube.com/KEMPIRE and you can actually hear that interview. And you could definitely tell the difference. You sound really sure of yourself compared to back then. So we really do. We're excited to see this new revelation and new, or revolution, I should say, of you and your music. So let's talk a little bit about the EP though. Everything's coming up roses. Why did you decide to call the EP that?
Funny story. Nobody really knows where the reference comes from. It's actually a song in a very old musical, a 1960s musical. And how I even learned about it was really random. One day I was walking home and I walked by like this like yard sale thing and I saw this like painting and it said everything's coming up roses, and it kind of just caught my eye and I didn't even know what it meant, and I just loved the way that it looked, and I was like, I'm going to get this. So I got it and I looked it up, and I love the song, and I love the way the painting looked in my room. And ever since then, like, whenever I wanted to refer to things getting better for myself, I always use the phrase, everything's coming up roses. That kind of just represents hope for me, and it represents the phrase, everything's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means to me. So
Mm.
in the process of learning myself as an artist and going through the ups and downs of this industry, I was always able to go back to that reference and say everything's going to be okay, so everything's coming up roses.
Wow, I like that. That's really, really well.
Thank you.
First of all, you just never know what music is going to sound like and everything like that. But I actually had an
Hmm.
opportunity to listen to your EP today because it came out today,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes it's hard to get into music that quickly. But I really got into your EP very easily, and I'm really in love
Yay.
with it. So
That makes me happy.
we really do appreciate you. First of all, today's the release date, so for you to come on Kempire Radio the day of the release is really incredible, and we appreciate you doing that. Um,
Of course.
do you have a favorite song on there? Because it's hard for me to pick one yet so far, so I couldn't even tell
Um,
you.
I honestly love every single record on that mixtape, and that's why I think I was so thrilled to put it out because I couldn't pick a favorite for a while, but if I had to, it would be Fade. And that's why I chose to put that record out first, because the minute that record came about, I was like, this record is it. This record is the one. And even after we wrote and recorded all the songs that came after that record, I always just went back to that song like, that's the one.
What is it about that song?
Honestly, it's a personal record for me, and it was one of those records that came about from conversation in the studio, and for that reason, I love it because I have a personal attachment to it. I went into the studio and I spoke with the writer, spoke with the producer, and we brought a story that I told to life. And so that's why, for me, that record is just incredible.
Then, Fade, we played. Let me tell you the story about Fade, because I didn't tell you this, because you told me about the song and we premiered it here on the show last week. Usually I never play things unheard. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to play it because I liked some of the other tracks I heard from you. And I played it on the show and I was like, oh shoot, I like this song. So
wait. What?
Say it again? Oh no, okay. So when I replayed it, I was like, okay, I like this song. And then now that I've heard the actual EP, I'm so excited. Why is everyone calling? Look, hold on, I'm sorry, Ginette. It is what it is on the show. They are just blowing up the line right now. Anyways. All right. Anyways, back to the interview. No, but the EP, Everything's Coming Up Roses. Everything's Coming Up Roses. You guys just tuning to KEMPIRE Radio. We're live with Ginette Claudette. Her new EP, Everything's Coming Up Roses, is available now. Where can they get the EP?
You can download it on thatpiff.com. It's also on my website, whoisGinetteClaudette.com, and it's on my Tumblr, GinetteClaudette.tumblr.com. It'll be on my YouTube soon, but if you want to get it right now, you can go on thatpiff, or you can download it at whoisGinetteClaudette.com.
That's what I'm talking about, Ginette. So you know, anytime a singer comes here on the show, they have to sing something for us. So you have to sing a little something.
Of course.
Of course. Sing whatever you want.
Make a request.
Oh, make a I will. Don't tell me to make a request. Hold on, because first of all, can you sing? Hold on. Let me just go to the EP so I can. Because I'm gonna ask you to sing. Oh, you know, I'll have you sing something from the EP, and then we'll have you just cover like any old song, like the song that you co-wrote, "Rock Paper Scissors" for Melanie Fiona's #1 R&B album. If
proud one.
If no one didn't know that you co-wrote that, and you mentioned that song during our first interview.
Yeah, that's actually the record that I was referring to, but, you know, back then we weren't sure if it was going to make the album, so I was like, I did some work. Hopefully it makes it. And then I wasn't even aware that it made the album up until I saw the track listing, and I was like, oh, I'm on here.
Okay. So we already played "I Could Kill You." We already played "Criminal." So let's hear one of the songs that people haven't heard. Sing for me. Let me see. "Second Nature."
Loving you has become my everything. Need to hold you. I'm a fiend. Need to love you like I breathe. Yeah, loving you, boy, it comes so naturally, like it lives inside of me, and it flows effortlessly. Yeah, all I be thinking about is your hands on my skin. All I be dreaming about is the feel of your lips racing against mine, sliding through space-time. I give my one life to make sure you're mine. 'Cause baby, loving you has become my everything. Need to hold you, I'm a fiend. Need to love you like I breathe. Yeah, loving you, boy, it comes so naturally, like it lives inside of me, and it flows effortlessly. Yeah.
Yo, did that. This EP.
I'll never be like, yo.
If you guys just tuned in, this is Ginette Claudette. She's been here on the show before, but she's now back with her EP, Everything's Coming Up Roses. First of all, Ginette, I don't know how you're giving this away for free. But you are,
Well, I
and I
mean,
think it's great. I think it's definitely great, and you guys need to get it.
thank
We're gonna be
you.
posting about it on our Facebook and our Twitter and all that great stuff. So Jeanette, I did just mention to you that I did just mention that you co-wrote the song "Rock Paper Scissors" for Melanie Fiona on her new album. Any other
Yep.
songwriting have you done that we should be on the lookout for?
I mean, I've been working on a couple different projects of the Alpine family. Besides myself, we have this young girl, Jean, who's incredible. She just put out a mixtape that I had a lot to do with, and I'm really proud of that mixtape too because little girl's amazing. I just was recently working with an Atlantic artist, young girl, 16. Her name's Kendall, incredible. Just kind of making the rounds. I love to write as much for other people as I like to write for myself, so I'm just floating around.
I hear you. I hear you. So what's come? What's come? Can we expect any visuals for this EP?
Absolutely. There's definitely going to be a visual for Fade coming soon.
I know because that's your favorite song.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, your fans sent in some questions, so we want to ask you. You know, and one of the questions is from Mary Ann Vasquez. She says, "Are you planning any shows on the West Coast?"
I am planning shows because I just released the EP and I want to get out there and sing some of the songs. I'm not entirely sure when those shows will be, but it's definitely something that we've been talking about, so it's something that you guys can definitely look forward to.
She also sent another question. She said, "I've had Everything's Coming Up Roses playing since last night. Are there going to be any visuals for the song?" And you said, "Yes, there will be soon. Look soon."
Soon. Definitely soon.
Okay. You know, our question of the night, and this coincides with Kim Jelly Mama's question. She wants to know, how does Ginette feel about gay marriage and gay people? And our question of the night, we're asking about, you know, President Obama came out in support of gay marriage this week, and we're wondering, do you think that this will affect his reelection or his presidency as a whole? What are your thoughts?
I don't. I think that it's amazing. My best friend in the world is gay, so I'm 100% supportive, and I think that love is love, and I think that there's more people supporting than not, so I think that it'll definitely not affect the election in a bad way.
Okay, Miss Ginette. You hear that, everybody? Ginette has spoken. Well, Ginette, you know, I always like to know what, you know, up-and-coming artists are listening to right now. Last time you were here on the show, we were talking about Jasmine Sullivan. We were talking about the different artists that you were listening to then. That was like 2 years ago. So who are you listening to now, and who should we be on the lookout for? Besides you, of course.
I mean, I got into the Frank Ocean thing when that dropped. I still play that mixtape from top to bottom. I almost want to say that mixtape inspired me to put out a mixtape.
Oh.
Because I saw it like on a Tumblr feed. Actually, no, I didn't. A friend of mine, Leah LaBelle, put me onto the mixtape one day. We were driving home in LA, and she was like, "You have to listen to this guy." I was like, "Okay." She played me one song. It was a cover, Strawberry Swing, a cover of Coldplay, and I went back to my hotel, and I was like, I need rinsed it, and I still do. So I almost do want to say that inspired my mixtape. Of course, I'm listening to Melanie because I'm on there. No, because she's great. He's great. I listen to August Rigo, obviously, because I've been working with him so much, and I want to shout him out because he did this EP from top to bottom with me and kind of nurtured the whole process. Miss Beyonce, always and forever.
She's on constant.
And I know that there was so much, like, negative, I guess, reviews about this last album, industry-wise, but I love this album. And I tweeted it. I remember tweeting it the other day, like, I don't care what anybody says. I love Beyonce, and I love this album.
Did you have a favorite song from that album?
Countdown.
Oh, okay.
I love Countdown. I love that record. Who else? Rihanna, of course. She has just catapulted herself to superstardom, that girl.
She really has. She really has.
But, I mean, I listen to the radio, so whatever is on is hot right now. Like, I'm aware of. I keep my ear to the streets so that I know what I'm up against and, you know, how to come about it, so. I mean, I looked around, but really,
it's so funny that you said,
okay.
what you're up against. How do this is one of the questions I always ask, new artists. How does Ginette Claudette fit into this, world of music? What separates you from everyone else?
I mean, honestly, I think that the lane that I'm trying to tackle is wide open. I don't think that there's a female urban R&B chick from New York City at all. I
Mm.
mean, you had it when Ashanti came out on Murder Inc. and she was singing over these hard hip hop beats, and they were R&B records. Like when J-Lo had first came out with like the R&B stuff, not the pop stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was then so big, and now there's just so much dance music, and there's and what R&B is so almost pop that I think that the lane that I'm trying to tackle is wide open, and I think that I'm absolutely ready for it, so I'm taking it.
And you know what, Jeanette? Again, guys, if you're just tuning into KEMPIRE Radio CKIF, I'm here with Ginette Claudette, and I love the EP, and I don't fawn over something unless I really, 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 really enjoy it. And look, mind you, I've only listened to it a couple of times, and I love it. Says a lot, and I'm not just trying to big you up
Be
without
nice to me, and I'm just trying to be nice to me. Sure.
you obviously don't listen to the show on a regular basis. Real talk with the real host. No, but definitely, we're linking everyone to Ginette Claudette's new EP. It's called Everything's Coming Up Roses. Love it, Ginette. You're not going anywhere yet because we need some more singing. Sing
I got
anything.
you guys.
Sing anything you want for us.
Um, See if I even remember this Melanie record for you.
Oh, ooh.
You don't notice that I'm here. You don't seem to care that you play with my heart. Take me for granted, leave me in the dark. No, no. I'm not even thinking clear. Today I smile, next day full of tears, losing my mind. I don't even know if you're wasting my time. No, no. Are you gonna crush my heart? Cover cut me off. Make your decision, boy. Crush my heart. Cover me. Cut me off, make your decision right. Paper, scissors, will it be right? Paper, scissors, I don't know what you're feeling. Will it be right? Paper, scissors, yeah, yeah.
Yo, we are just going off in here just because that's one of my favorite songs from Melanie's new album, The MF Life. Oh, just a sidebar, everybody. The MF Life, tomorrow only, will be available on Amazon.com for $5.99. So
So
go
get
purchase
that,
it.
guys. Get it.
But first, can you give us the story behind that song? How did that song come about, and how did it end up for Melanie?
Well, I was a part of that record initially because it was for me. It was a record that we wrote for my project at the time. It was very early on in my recording process. And I went in with this producer, Shem and Mozart, and I went in with this writer, Aritza Lawes, and
She's been here on the show. We love her.
he played the track, and Aritza had said that she started this idea called Rock, Paper, Scissors, and she never was able to fully develop it. So he sung us a little bit of the idea, and we kind of just meshed the track and the idea, and we developed it and tweaked it, and I recorded it. And then a little further into my recording process, we went a different route musically. Like I mentioned before, we were doing more of a pop album, and Rock, Paper, Scissors is a blues record, so it didn't really fit. But Sylvia, which was the president of my label at the time, said this could be great for Melanie, so we sent it to her manager, and then I was at a photo shoot, and I got a call that Melanie was cutting the record, and I was in LA, so I dropped by the studio, and I was there while she was cutting it, and she killed it, of course, and she's so sweet, and I wish her the best, and I'm really happy that I got to be a part of that album, because Melanie is another artist that I really support because she's doing the soul R&B things for the soul R&B girls.
That record, she debuted it several times before the actual album came out. So we were like, oh wow, this is the new material coming from the MF Life. So
Yeah, I saw she was performing it a lot. That's why originally when I saw the track listing, I was like, oh, that's weird because she's performing it so much. It's not on here. But then when I saw the whole track listing, I was like, oh, it is on here.
And everybody, you guys have to, you don't get the regular album, get the deluxe. Because some of the best stuff is on the deluxe version of the
Absolutely.
album. Again, Ginette Claudette here on KEMPIRE Radio. Again, I should make you sing one more time.
I will always come back to you, Kemp.
Look, we should make you sing just one more time. First, like I said, everyone has to go. It's free. You cannot beat free. And trust and believe. Once you hear this, I listened to it. It came out today. I didn't have a chance earlier in the day to listen to it, so I downloaded it because like, oh my god, it's out today. I need to listen. I love this EP. Everything's Coming Up Roses. Ginette Claudette. Free music available everywhere. Look, it's everywhere because I'm gonna post it everywhere. We're definitely posting it here on KEMPIREradio.com. Also on our Facebook and definitely on the Twitter. But you can also follow Ginette. Tell everyone your Twitter.
At IMG Claudette. IAMG Claudette. CLAUDETTE.
That's what I'm talking about. Ginette, thank you so much for being here again on the show and singing for us, but you're not going to go because you need to sing one more thing for us, and then we'll let you go. We're holding you prisoner. We're holding you prisoner.
Okay. I'll sing something else off the EP.
Okay.
This one is called Pulling Petals.
Mm.
I can't figure you out, even when you say what you're saying, and I think that you mean it. Don't know if I believe it. Don't know if I believe it. Oh. Always playing around with me. I don't wanna play cat and mouse. Saturday morning cartoons ain't my style. And your demeanor's wrecking my focus. And I think that you know this ain't what I wanted. I fell right into you. I fell right in. Now look what you started. Now look what you started. I've been pulling petals saying, love me not. Petal pulling, love me not. You've been messing round and round with my head like wow. Don't know what we're about while I'm out here petal pulling, love me not. You've been talking riddles and rhymes, wasting my time, riddles and rhymes.
Yeah, I love when the singer comes on and she actually sings. All right, Ginette Claudette. Just do the damn thing.
Well, you know.
Ginette, thank you so much for being here on the show. Again, guys, don't forget, pick up Ginette's new EP. It's called Everything's Coming Up Roses. Ginette, thank you so much for being here on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to play your favorite song, Fade. We're going to just do it.
Yes.
All right. All right, Ginette, thank you so much for being here on the show. Check her out, guys. Make sure you're following her at IMG Claudette on Twitter. Here's her new song from her EP, Everything's Coming Up Roses. Here's Fade. That's what I'm talking about.
Bye, guys.